Traditionally, the nominees speak to the veto holder individually because they're looking for one person to help them. But if it's okay with George, the power of veto holder, and James, the HOH holder, I'd like to speak to the House as a group. This is truly an all-star season because I'm astonished by your gameplay here. Now, a lot of you have come up to me and you've said, Will, you don't really seem like you're into it. You don't really seem like you want to play. And you said, why? What was the reason for that? And I said to myself, I don't know. I don't know why I can't be. I don't understand it. So I had a heart-to-heart with myself. And I said, Will, what is the reason? Why are you having such a hard time playing? And this is the truth. Season 2, the season that I won, there was a lot of people I hated. And it was easy for me to motivate and find individuals that I disliked. And it gave me power. It gave me a reason to want to play. It gave me a reason to want to fight. It gave me a reason to want to remove people from the game. Then I thought, so why haven't I had that motivation? And I thought it was because I really liked everyone here. But then I realized it was the opposite of that. I can't find an individual to hate because I hate you all. There's no one I hate more than anyone else. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask to be removed from this game by you all.
What you just saw was Dr. Will's infamous I Hate You All speech from Big Brother's 7th season All-Stars. To explain this move in depth, I first have to explain what Big Brother is. Big Brother, in simplest terms, is a reality competition where people vote each other out and try to make it to the final two, where a jury of their peers will vote on who wins the $500,000 prize and the title of the winner of Big Brother. Now, there are physical, mental, and social strategies in this game, and I will be going over 2 of the physical challenges that lead up to the I Hate You All speech. Every week, the players compete in 2 physical or mental challenges, first being the head of household. The head of household, or HOH, has the power to nominate 2 people to be voted out, and they themselves cannot vote unless there is a tie. The next competition is the power of veto, which saves one person from being nominated if they are nominated, and they're safe for the week. The week in question, Will and Chicken George have been nominated to be voted out. The power veto was won by George, and George was going to use it on himself, so Will knew not to beg for the safety. So he decided to use some reverse psychology and ask to be voted out and say that he was quitting the game, that he hates everyone in the game, to see him as less of a threat than he was, even though he was the only winner and arguably the best player in the game. As predicted, Chicken George uses the power veto on himself, and a physical and strategic threat, Jace, is put on the block next to Dr. Will. Now, Dr. Will is clearly the better player, yet Jace is voted out in a 9-0 vote, even though Jace had not won the game. Will had won the game the first time, but Will had taken the target off of his back by making himself seem like he was not in the game to win, even though this was just a ruse that worked. While Will was eventually voted out in 4th place, his move made a mark on the game, as it was the first time a player had pretended to stop playing the game in order to further himself, and it made an impact on the season, as Will and Mike Boogie ended up running the entire season, with Mike Boogie winning the season. While this move has never been recreated, it's been mirrored in a move 7 seasons later in Big Brother 14 called Dan's Funeral, but that's a story for another time.